Hello, this is Mike from TradeWinds RV Center. Here to congratulate you on your 2019 Keystone Passport 2210 RB travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning to open up. And over here on your off campsite, beside your slide, I want you to think about where your power and water connection is going to be, and then we're going to be up toward the front. On your driver's side of your tow vehicle or your off camp side of your trailer. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing we're going to do is level your unit. It comes with a power tongue jack. 8-night docking lights should you arrive at night. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. Now, should you lose power under this rubber stopper, which I would tell you will get your fingers all black if you touch it too much, underneath there is a bolt that your hand crank for your stabilizing jacks will get that up and down should you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery post every now and then, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Once we do have our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners of your unit have these scissor stabilizing jacks. You can use a drill gun or an impact driver. Be careful with the impact driver so you don't pull the mechanism apart in here. But generally with this 3/4 inch hand crank, you're going to run these down on top of some stabilizing jack pads. I recommend stabilizing jack pads because they're going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris, plus it's going to keep them from sinking into the ground in the hot blacktop in the summer. So get a 4-pack of those with your 10% off coupon. Run these down just until they're taut. Once it feels like it's going to start lifting the unit, stop. Remember, our unit's already level, so we just want to stabilize it. Go around, hit all four corners. Once you've got them all down, unit's level and stable, we'll hook up our power and water. The power cord actually stores inside the unit toward the front. It literally stores right up inside here. Big long cord. I was surprised at how long it was. Big long 30-amp cord. Now at the end of that 30-amp cord in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15-amp reducer. Got your power hooked up? Let's hook up your water. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is located over here on the campsite. And all we're doing at this point, make sure our drain plug's back in there. Get some plumber's tape, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Plumber's tape on that. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, if that hose has been on for a few minutes, go ahead, go inside and open up your slide. Go in there and open up all of your water lines. Your sinks, your showers. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Shut them all off. And then you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go dry camping or boondocking. We're going to fill up our fresh water. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or 2 on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that when you're filling it up. Don't leave it unattended. Once it's full, remove that hose, put this cap back on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump and hook the city water. That's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set to camp with power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of your unit, continuing on the off-camp side. Got a big pass-through storage here. That is a griddle that'll sit on your bumper griddle. I'll show you that. The quick connect LP hose for that. Again, fresh and city water. Usually where your fresh tank is your freshwater drain. There, that blue one. Continuing down your off campsite, I will tell you on your slide, I've got this closed right now, but on your slide seals, they make a spray that you can put on those seals to keep them nice and flexible and pliable. That's how you want to keep those to add to the longevity of the life of this. Access to the back of your fridge. Flue for your furnace. A few things on that. 1, make sure it's never blocked. 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. We also sell bug guards for those. Keep the pest out of there. You do have a hot and cold shower out here. It'll hook on there. That your 751 key will open up and close. Underneath that is your black tank flush. We will discuss that when dumping your black tanks when we leave the campsite. Back here are your black and gray tanks. Got a spare cover for your spare tire. I highly recommend keeping that on there. It keeps that from dry rotting on you over the years. Looks like you're prepped for a backup camera by Voyager. Not familiar with that. Do have a little storage area here, 751 key. You can keep some gloves in here for dumping, but that's also where your cable and satellite will hook up. Coming down my campsite. Oh, I'm going to show you. There's your bumper griddle. Move that cotter and that'll swing over here, which means there is a quick connect LP right there. Big outdoor storage area. I think that'd be a great place to put a little fridge from Menards or something. Cable and satellite hook up here as well if you want to put a TV outside. There's your TV mounting bracket and your 110 for it. Your hot water heater again. And up front is your hitch work with your pass-through storage. Your propane does have a cover. Comes with a regulator. Just pointed toward the tank you wish to be using, a lefty-loosey to open. That about covers everything out here. One last thing, excuse me. You are prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right there and that will trickle charge your batteries. About covers everything out here. So take a look on the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Coming up the hallway here is our control panel. Here's where you check the level of your batteries, your fresh, black, and gray tanks. LP, this is where you turn on your hot water heater. If you're hooked to gas, your hot water heater, if hooked to electric, it does make a difference. That's where you turn on the water pump to get to that water in your freshwater tank. So on your awning, you extend here, retract here. You don't want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see that bar. Here is your slide control. Let's get out on that. On that slide out. And then, as I am, porch and ceiling lights. Porch lights are your actual awning lights. Alright, as that's out, your awning, again, just retract, we'll roll it back in. But I'm going to leave that out because we're going to give it a good cleaning. While it's out, I'll tell you the slam locks work best when gently slammed. Alright, coming up into the unit, we've got lighting here, a self-explanatory working microwave, light and fan. Above your cooktop, these glass tops make a nice backsplash. Just flip that up. Turn on your light here. Turn that to the flame. Hit your spark. There's your flame. Same thing on all of these, including your oven. Let me just show you real quick. On each of these, and then your oven. Do the same way. But what you do is when you get that to the flame, hit your spark here. Just look down onto the metal here and you'll see the reflection of your flame to tell whether or not it's lit. And then you turn it to the desired temperature. Plumbing here. The only thing I want to mention on this is here and in the bathroom. Keep an eye on your plumbing. It's mostly PEX in these nowadays. If you do travel a lot and bounce this up and down the road, check your connections. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Starts emitting water and hurting your unit. Before I get to the TV, I'll grab the remote from over here. Turn that on. My only recommendation on TVs is go into your menu when you get to the campsites, run a digital channel scan. That'll allow you to pick up all the local channels at where you're at. That's a safety strap. Keep that from falling off the wall as you're going down the road. There's a remote for this system here too, but I'll just walk over here and show you what all it's got. Turn on Jensen sound system, AM, FM, Bluetooth, disc, FM here, crank it up, scan for a channel. So interior, and if you can hear it, exterior speakers cranking out there. Nice sound system, auxiliary jack, couple of USBs here. I usually touch that in. Oh, there's a power. Smoke alarm. One touch lighting. Most of the lighting in the back of the unit here is like this. Really nice memory foam mattress. Underneath that, some storage. Couple bar stools to set over here in your area, in your kitchen. Charging ports and 110s in your next to your recliners. I call these parachute pull recliners. It's almost like a parachute pull. Hit that, put your feet up, use your feet, push it back in. More charging ports over here. Now I'm looking for, there it is. This is going to be your carbon monoxide and propane detector. That's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery, make sure you use disconnect the battery to keep this from running your battery down if you're dry camping. Alright, in here, ton of 15s, couple 40s in your breaker box and fuses. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. On the wall here's going to be our Dometic thermostat. A couple settings in that. We'll go to the AC. Crank that up. Show you on these, they do have a quick dump. When you first arrive at the campsite, if it's smoking hot in here, open that up. That'll start cooling the cool air, so that when you do close that up, it'll blast cooler air through all the rest of the unit. Now you'll notice also when I shut the AC off, and start cycling through to off. It's hard to make out in this camera. They generally shut off kind of quickly. Also got a hand crank open vent here. While I'm waiting on that AC, of course it did it quick. Your lighting in this slide is on a dimmer. Just touch it to make it bright. Hold your finger on it to dim it. Alright, AC shut off. Now I'm going to go to your heat. Let you hear your furnace running. There's a return for that. Now I'm going to shut your furnace off. Generally those take a few minutes to cycle through before the fan shuts off. Dometic fridge, turn it on here. Two settings. Push it in auto. Auto means you're plugged in, you're running off gas. As soon as you when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're on gas. Lift up on that button, now you're on gas. If that light comes on, check your gas. Auto is the best setting for that. Coming into our bathroom, usually I like to mention the vents up top first. Make sure that you keep that closed when you travel. Your toilet, put a couple flushes in that. As soon as you arrive, your black tank will thank you later. Shower doors, keep them snapped closed for travel. You also got 110 with GFCI reset in here. And some more plumbing to keep an eye on. In our bathroom, when we're leaving, make sure that vent is closed. I think that about covers everything in here. So now we just act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. There's your smoke alarm. And Furion offers a Wi-Fi router you can pick up at RV dealerships. I think we might even sell them, that you can put on this and use as well. Emergency escape window. Push that out, pull on your screen here, rip that out of there, quick escape, and your smoke alarm. Alright, we're leaving the campsite. Come over to your control panel and shut off your lights. Now you can see any other lights that are left on anywhere are accent lights, like the one above my head. Now go through the unit and say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slide from coming in. Our TV's back in a safe position. All vents are closed. And snap your TV safety strap. Bring our slide in. Shut off our ceiling and exit the unit. Now the biggest thing on these steps, bringing them up or down, is to make sure your exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this can catch on them. They are also adjustable with cotter pins. Just set it inside. Lock this in here. That's going to keep it from bouncing against your screen door here. Before you leave the dump station, I say this because you're going to get in there and check the level of your tanks as you're dumping. When you get ready to leave the dump station, lock, deadbolt, lift and turn that handle. That's how you want that handle for traveling. Alright, if we are out dry camping, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks, go up to where our fresh water is, get up underneath there and dump that freshwater tank, and head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever you're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we're going to hook our power, our water, our cable, bring up our stabilizing jacks, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. You got a 10-foot hose to your convenience pack. Your dump is all the way at the rear of the unit. You arrive, hook that up, and we're going to pull our black handle. That's going to be the one on the right. Now it sounds like that's no longer draining. Go ahead, go inside, check the level of your black tank. If it shows empty or close to it, come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, and hook up to this tank flush valve. Turn that hose on, again emphasizing with that black tank handle open, and let it run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained, and then close your blue handle, or excuse me. Make sure all that washout water has drained, close that black handle, and pull your gray handle. Usually all my grays are draining. Come back around here to our hot water heater. If we're done camping for a while, we don't want to leave stagnant water in here. Lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, it's going to dump some hot water out of there first, and then push that down, then you can pull your drain plug. Don't do it the opposite way. There'll be too much pressure in here. When our grays are done, simply close it up, take your sewage hose, and conveniently and sanitarily store it right there in your bumper and head on home. Again, hope you guys enjoy this passport for many years to come. Happy camping.